What if mastery of the body and mind could reveal the deepest truths of life? Tonight, two extraordinary minds collide. Bruce Lee, the martial artist who turned discipline into art and philosophy, and Aristotle, the philosopher who taught us how to reason, act, and live a virtuous life. Get ready for a debate that will challenge how you think about action, discipline, and personal excellence. Watch closely, learn deeply, and subscribe now, because the lessons in this clash could transform the way you approach every challenge in life.
Discipline is not a punishment. It is liberation. Many people see training, effort, and constant self-improvement as burdens, but they are the keys to freedom. True mastery begins not in the body, but in the mind. If your thoughts are scattered, your spirit weak, no technique, no skill, no knowledge can serve you. I've spent my life refining movement, understanding rhythm, and blending philosophy with action. Martial arts is more than fighting. It is a method to understand oneself, to confront fear, to overcome limits. Each strike, each stance, each breath is a lesson in focus, patience, and presence. The body expresses what the mind conceives. Harmony of the two is the path to excellence. Flexibility is as crucial as strength. Life is not static, nor should we be. A rigid mind breaks, but a fluid mind adapts, learns, and creates. When I say be like water, I mean this: adapt, flow, and overcome obstacles with grace and power. Obstacles are inevitable. Pain is unavoidable. Yet in embracing them, in moving through them rather than resisting, we transform ourselves into forces that cannot be stopped. I urge everyone listening, mastery is not about superiority over others, but mastery over yourself. Confront your fears, challenge your limits, refine your body and mind relentlessly. Every action, no matter how small, is an opportunity to cultivate strength, discipline, and understanding. True knowledge comes from experience. Philosophies must be lived, not only learned. Your body is your first teacher, your senses your first guide, and your actions the proof of your principles. You cannot understand life without engaging with it fully, without testing yourself against reality. I am Bruce Lee. I turned motion into philosophy, struggle into art, and discipline into freedom. And if you take even a fraction of this commitment into your life, you can confront challenges with clarity, courage, and excellence. Remember, as you watch this debate, mastery is earned through effort, action, and reflection. And if you want more lessons from minds and bodies that change the world, subscribe now, because the journey of mastery has only just begun.
Bruce, your dedication to mastery and discipline is remarkable, and your philosophy of motion and adaptation resonates deeply. Yet I must remind you, true excellence is not achieved by action alone, but through the harmony of knowledge, virtue, and purpose. Skill without understanding risks aimless exertion. Effort without wisdom risks imbalance. You emphasize the body as teacher and experience as guide, and indeed, practice is essential. But the highest form of mastery arises when action is informed by reason and directed toward the good. Courage, discipline, and strength are virtues, but they must be cultivated with knowledge of what is right and beneficial, not merely what is effective or powerful. Every action must have an end, a purpose. In martial arts, you refine movement, control, and responsiveness, yet these are not ends in themselves. They are means to cultivate virtue, to perfect character, and to live a flourishing life. True mastery integrates mind and body, action and contemplation, skill and ethics. You speak of adaptability, of being like water, and I agree. Flexibility and discernment are key to navigating life's complexities. But water, like the virtuous soul, flows toward what is good, avoiding harm, promoting balance, and acting according to reason. The unexamined adaptability may succeed in the short term, yet it lacks direction, guidance, and purpose. Consider this: the man who trains his body relentlessly may achieve physical greatness, yet without wisdom, he risks misusing his strength. The man who develops intellect alone may excel in thought, yet remain weak in action. The ideal is integration, action informed by reflection, power guided by virtue, mastery enriched by understanding. Bruce, your philosophy of motion, fluidity, and discipline is admirable, but let us remember, the highest excellence is holistic. True greatness manifests when the body is strong, the mind is clear, and the soul is virtuous. When action, reason, and purpose converge, one attains eudaimonia, flourishing in life, complete and fulfilled. I am Aristotle. Act with discipline, yes. Move with skill, yes. But let reason, virtue, and purpose guide every step. In this debate, we explore not only how to master life, but how to master it well, rightly,
Aristotle,
and wisely.
I respect your emphasis on reason and virtue, yet you risk slowing the momentum of action. Discipline and reflection are essential, yes, but without decisive action, potential remains unrealized. Knowledge is powerful, but knowledge without application is like a river blocked by a dam. The energy exists, but it cannot flow. Mastery demands that we act boldly, test ourselves in reality, and refine our skills through practice and experience. Theory alone cannot teach the immediacy of life, the reflexes, the timing, the instinct required when facing the unpredictable. Virtue is important, but it gains meaning only when lived, experienced, and expressed through action. Consider martial arts. One may understand strategy, ethics, and form in thought, yet until one engages, until one moves, the understanding is incomplete. Strength and adaptability are forged in the crucible of challenge, not in idle contemplation. My point is this: knowledge guides, yes, but it cannot replace the transformative power of action. Life rewards those who move, who create, who respond, who adapt in real time. Discipline, practice, reflection, these work together, but action is the ultimate test of mastery. And remember, flexibility of body mirrors flexibility of mind. Adaptability, courage, and focus in motion are lessons Aristotle cannot teach alone. One must live, breathe, act, and evolve constantly. That is mastery.
Bruce, your insistence on action is compelling, yet action devoid of reason risks chaos. Strength without wisdom can become tyranny. Agility without direction can lead nowhere. Discipline of body and skill in motion are admirable, but they must align with virtue, knowledge, and purpose. True excellence, Bruce, is the integration of thought and action. Acting boldly is not enough. One must act rightly. Reflex alone is insufficient. Reflection guides choice, and virtue ensures that skill benefits both oneself and others. A life without deliberation may achieve feats, yet it cannot achieve flourishing, the highest human good. You speak of testing in reality, yet reality without guidance may mislead. Experience teaches, yes, but reason interprets. One must know what to seek, not merely how to act. Strength gains meaning only when exercised with ethical insight. Discipline becomes profound only when directed by understanding. The body and mind must move together, harmonized by purpose. Adaptability is indeed vital, but wisdom determines the path it flows along. Power must be tempered by prudence, skill by reflection, and action by virtue. Bruce, your philosophy of motion inspires courage and growth, but let us remember, the ultimate mastery is not merely surviving, fighting, or excelling. It is flourishing, acting rightly, and cultivating excellence in all aspects of life. Only then does skill, knowledge, and discipline become complete.
Tonight, we witnessed a meeting of vision and wisdom. Steve Jobs showed us the power of curiosity, daring and relentless innovation, the courage to turn ideas into reality. Socrates reminded us that true understanding comes from reflection, questioning, and aligning our actions with purpose and virtue. Life calls us to do both, to dream boldly and act courageously, yet to examine, question, and direct our energy with wisdom. The greatest achievement arrives when curiosity meets reflection, when action is guided by insight, and when innovation serves humanity. If this debate inspired you, subscribe now and follow our channel. More life-changing classes await, where icons and thinkers teach lessons that can transform the way you live your life.